Hey, parents of seventh graders who are coming into Rush, we are super excited that your student is going to have the chance to be a part of Rush Student Ministry. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kyle Hunsinger. I'm the student pastor here at Chapin Baptist Church. Some of you may have already met me, or some of you probably already know me because you may have another student in the student ministry. But what I want to do is I want to welcome each of you by letting you know how excited I am to have your student in our student ministry. So a couple things you know about our student ministry is this is we are all about the gospel. And you know at Chapin Baptist Church that we're about expository preaching. We want to preach the word as it is meant to be preached, that we want to get to the intended meaning of the text and how that directs us towards our affections for the gospel. And so one of the things that we are about Rush is we are about reaching, unifying, serving, and living a life of holiness. Now, when I first came in, we had this named Rush, and I wanted to have an understood value where students, when they knew the word Rush, they knew, okay, what are the things that we stand as a student ministry on? Well, number one, we're about reaching our community. As students, I challenge students every week to reach their community by sharing the gospel with other students and inviting them to church. The second thing is we're about unifying. We're about coming together as a student ministry, 7th through 12th grade, to love one another, but love one another in fellowship through the gospel. And then we're all about serving, which is another key component where we use our opportunities through grow groups and other activities throughout the year to figure out ways to serve our community and to serve our church. And then the final one, which I think is probably one of the most important ones, is living a life of holiness. The biggest thing that I'm going to tell your students is no matter what they do, their most important thing is not that they're faithful to what I say or faithful to what anyone else says, but faithful to what Jesus has to say for their life. There's a faithfulness to his word and the gospel. And so those are the key core things that we are as a student ministry. I just want to say again, I'm so appreciative of the opportunity to get to pour into your students. But I would be taking too much credit if I did not give credit where credit is due. They are going to have some fantastic grow group leaders this coming year that are going to pour into them and spend time with them and getting to know them as well. And I will talk about that in a second. But overall, we are super excited. We want to welcome you guys in the best way possible. Here's a couple ways that we're going to be welcoming your student going into 2020. I know it's been a very odd year with the COVID-19 and all this stuff going on. We still want to figure out ways to minister to your seventh grader and help them feel welcomed as they come in, even though it may look a little different. So here's the plan. So first of all, I want to invite you guys to a lake day next week, and it's going to be a fun time. We're going to be meeting at Shira Early's house. I'll give you the address later through email and Remind app. And it's going to be an awesome opportunity for you to connect with, or for your seventh grader to connect with other students. And we want to welcome them well in that event. And so that is an opportunity before Rush starts back up with seventh graders coming in on Sunday nights. We want that to be an opportunity for a connect night for them, or a connect day for them. The other thing that I want to address is that students who are upcoming seventh graders will be invited to come to Rush on August the 16th. Now, what does Rush look like on Sunday nights? Well, on Sunday nights, it looks a little bit different than it used to, but it's still primarily the same. We have a time where we worship together through preaching and teaching God's Word. Right now, we're going through the Apostles' Creed curriculum. But in the fall, going into September, we're going to be studying the book of Revelation. And I'm going to walk through students of the book of Revelation, and we're going to walk through it and go slow, but we're going to be very patient through it. So I'm super excited about that, and your students should be super excited about that. But on Sunday nights, what we're doing is we're meeting in the Point at 6 o'clock on Sunday nights. And as they walk in, they will walk through the side door as of right now because of social distancing and sit in a chair that's 6 feet apart from everyone else. And then what we'll do is we'll do activities, worship together, and listen to teaching in that format. So that's what Sunday nights looks like. There will usually be light refreshments, different stuff like that. And then we want to promote a welcoming atmosphere for them, even though we won't be all nestled and close together. Another thing I want to encourage you guys is they go to any student activity right at this moment is to bring their mask. Now, we're recommending it. But I'm wearing my mask just for safety and precautions. So bring your mask, bring it ready if you want to bring it, so that we can help prevent the spread. Um, then the other thing I want to tell you about is Sunday school. Your student, your seventh grader, is invited to Sunday school on August the 23rd. August 23rd, that is Promotion Sunday. And Sunday school looks a little bit different from last year. We're still meeting. We're starting back August 2nd, but your student will be invited on August the 23rd, and we will be meeting in the Point as well in the student worship area so we can spread out. And then during that time, we're going to be reviewing over the book of Matthew alongside what we're doing as a church because we want to be unified with the church. And then also, we're going to have basically a video series that will go through each month on specific focuses. And so some of them may be on prayer, on apologetics, on different stuff like that your students may want to take in their toolbox as they're going and living on mission for Jesus in their current context as being a missionary, even in Chapin, South Carolina. And then also with all that being said, we will be starting back grow groups the first week when September comes into play. So it will be on September the 2nd, Wednesday, September the 2nd is when we'll start grow groups during that week. And those will be primarily on Wednesday nights. And so you do not want to miss out on that opportunity. It will be a real cool opportunity for your students to really gather around God's Word. And so I'm super excited about that. What we'll be doing is we will be meeting in specific age groups based off of their gender and then also on their age group. And I will address that more at a later date. And those will also be done primarily at the church through social distancing. So these are some cool opportunities that your students can be involved in this year. And I just want to give these all out to you so that you can have all these. With all that being said, I know it's a lot of information, but I just want to say I'm so excited for your students and I'm so excited about what God is going to do through our student ministry this year for 2020, 2021. We have things planned, but obviously those things are fluid. But overall, God has everything in his plan, and we're going to trust him through everything, knowing that he has a good plan and he's going to do good work through the student ministry. I love you guys. Again, parents, students, I'm excited about what's ahead, excited for your student coming to Rush. And again, can't wait. And I will see you later.